And I do think I would be genuinely surprised if, what's the word I'm searching for? If the mono Ruby aggressive deck isn't still good. I tend to ebb on and off of Hex. You are the reason I continue coming back. Congrats on being exalted. Thanks, Apprentice. Man, just I think the triple Syzygy hand is fine here because we have Soothsaying to bin one of them. Like, having two Syzygys in play usually isn't terrible. I plan to play for a few hours here too, so depending on how long these games go, I do intend to take all challengers this afternoon. It's tough. It's tough. There's a finite number of trains back there. And Jacob wants all of the trains, believe it or not. To be fair, the magic to hex card conversion ratio is very favorable. Magic cards are very expensive in comparison. So, if we get into the unknown tier, I'm gonna be really sad. Playing Sapphire Wild Kyoto Control will be thinking. I mean, Sapphire Wild Control had 2 different people that 5-2'd with it in the last CCS, so I think it will continue to be a deck for sure. I think there was a 4x Brown Fox Scout deck. I think it'll get to adjust itself a little bit because do I just play both of these? I don't know. I don't think I want to play both of those. I think I'm just gonna do this, and then I'm actually gonna put a resource on top of my deck here. You want to put a resource on top of my deck because I would like to find a wild source so I can start activating my Winter Moon ability. Yeah, I think we want to discard the third Syzygy too, so I'm not going to play the third one out. So Locket of Reflection. Whenever my opponent plays a non-resource card, if they have exactly 1 copy of that card in their deck with the same name, they get to play it for free. So the deck's probably a lot of 2-ofs. Soothsaying and Empower cards in general have a really sweet interaction with Syzygy. So the way Soothsaying, the way Empowered cards work is that you double every number on the card. So that means if we draw another Soothsaying here, it's going to cost 1, and then we can turn it into an Empowered Soothsaying, and it'll cost 2. So for 2 resources, we'll be able to draw 4, discard 2. Alright, Clash of Steel. So we're going to lose a Syzygy here, which is a little bit sad. Kind of sad I binned the extra one. Pick that one again. That's smart on their part. Get it kind of toned down before we go too crazy here. Is it worth getting it to 0 for certain part? Maybe. Maybe. So since we drew this, I'm going to go ahead and play this out to start and grab a wild, and then I can go ahead and put Soothsaying and the Syzygy back into my deck. And then I'm going to go ahead and play this Thunderfield Seer to prophesize onto the top action in my deck. And I'm going to go ahead and play this Theorize. Discard the Shard of Cunning, play another Thunderfield Seer. So the next action in our deck's going to do a lot. Double Trial of Totems, yep. So we're not in an amazing spot because we've got a bunch of resources in our hand. But on the flip side, there aren't that many more resources in our deck, and our next action is going to do a lot, assuming it doesn't get interrupted. I don't think I want to block here because there's a non-zero chance my opponent's deck still has Dark Heart in it, and these Thunderfield Seers insulate our Syzygy from a Dark Heart. They also chump block better against things like this, the 6/6. They're evaporating. That's sweet. So whenever an Ardent Troop enters play to their control, they get 2 Valors in their deck. They get when they play them, draw a card. Yeah, probably at some point, Apprentice. I think, like I said, I think Locket's one of those cards that's like well positioned moving forward. This thing draws 2 extra cards. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and Champ Power these 2 back into my deck before I play this Violet's Caress that draws some cards. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this guy. Couple more resources. Go ahead and play this and put a non-resource on top of my deck here. Pass back. Oh, Burgle, you're so hateful. Can I please take the under? Burgle, you're just gonna be sad when you try and Diamond Sapphire control somebody and they put a Locket of Reflection into play and just like destroy you. That one doesn't do a whole lot. Let's go ahead and do this. Gain a charge. We don't have 2 things to put into our deck just yet. They haven't played out their other card yet, so does it have quick? Yeah, Briar Pack of 5/5, sure. That's disgusting. So this is gonna, and then this one draws them 4 cards. Yeah, Lumagoth was a card that was like really held down, right? Like Lumagoth ramp decks. Lumagoth ramp decks are something that's definitely sounds fantastic, right? Like Ruby Wild ramp sounds like what's the card? Sabretooth is just like everything Ruby Wild ramp wants to do with its life. I'm gonna Runebind this to buy some time here. Thanks, Corinne. So it kind of takes the pressure off the table for a little bit here. I'm gonna go ahead and chump block this 5/5. Probably put my Thunderfield Seers back into my deck with my Champion Power next turn. This is only doing 2 damage, so I don't really want to play this out yet. I don't need the life, and I really don't want to redraw it just yet. These are some Light Devotives. My opponent is doing it. All right, we have a Lullaby. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, little opponents. Do 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 do. I'm gonna draw Lasgars and their board's gonna get wiped away and they're gonna be very sad. This is only a 3/3 normally, so I think I'm just gonna Lullaby here. It's a lot of Psychic Ascension. We might be getting buried here. Alright, let's Lullaby these nerds. Get this back into my deck. You really want to draw a card that draws more cards. We've Runebound my Lullaby! What a tilt. This actually milling me is good. It gives me more things to Winter Moon. God bless. Oh no! Oh no, it put our Super Caress in the bin. I liked my Super Caress. Go ahead and shoot this. like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going up to 22, so we're down to 12. Thanks, 32-beat. Oh no! Oh no, there's so many candles. All right, this is it. This is what we've been waiting for. Maybe I should have hit my champion power first there. Maybe. To discard 2 of these. And cast this Lullaby, which makes this Lullaby free, actually. So it actually wasn't irrelevant. So I want to put this one that draws all these cards back in, and probably this Empowered Soothsaying back in. Maybe I'm supposed to put the other Lullaby back in there. I feel like this Violet's Caress is not going to let us survive. So we're going to take the Thunderfield Seer. We need this Lullaby to work here. If they've got a Runebind, we're probably dead. By probably, I mean certainly. Lullaby's... I hadn't considered how bad it is against Runebind. I mean, and they only have 8 cards in their hand, so like, you know, what are the odds they have a Runebind? Oh no! Oh no, we died! This deck might be worse than anticipated. Just casual negative 22. Alright, Withering Gaze is in. And Trim a Caress. This deck is exactly as bad as anticipated. You're not wrong. What's going on, Hacky? Do we want PA? I feel like I want to try and win without PA. I don't know if I want the PA at all in general. See, Burgle, if I build the bad decks and people crush me with better decks, I could then take their better decks and play them. This hand is great. Look at how good this hand is, Burgle. Burgle, are you ready to say that my deck is perfect yet? Because I feel like the deck is pretty perfect. Perfect. I'm just going to curve out nicely here. We're going to go and grab the blood, play the Syzygy, play the Withering Gaze. Ooh. You know what I felt like my deck really needs? A 5th Bounty of the Magus. I feel like my deck really needs a 5th Bounty of the Magus. What's going on, Nazar? Welcome. We're hanging out, taking all challengers that want to play my Lasgar's free decks. Getting prepped for next weekend. All right, let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and Heart's Whisper here for a non-resource. Oh, I can't champ power yet. I was just saying then champ power, but I don't have a wild yet because resource base. So next turn we'll champ power these Dorkos back into our deck. You're so hateful towards value cards, Burgle. Some people just want to have fun, Burgle. Why do you have to hate fun? All right, so we're gonna do this, and I'm going to Bounty of the Magus to start, because if they Runebind this, I can then focus to recast it most likely. Yay, Bounty of the Magus. Sweet. All right, pass the turn here. See if you found a locket or not. There's the parade. So the parade makes two 2/2s for 2, and they're both going to generate an action when they come into play. We are getting close to going off here. You're not wrong. You are not incorrect. Let's go ahead and cast Soothsaying here. Discard this. Champ power. Put these two back into our deck. I'm going to go ahead and play this. I'm going to wait on the second Syzygy. So I'm going to play this now so I can't get interrupted. Draw 2. I hope he generated another parade. Thanks, Pala. Yeah, we're going to try a few different things today. And obviously, like, hex matches are long, so, like, we're not going to get to try everything. I'd like to play, like, 2 matches with each idea, probably. Get a feel for them. I want to try a bunch of Sabertooth decks. I want to try Wild Ruby Ramp. I want to try Sapphire Ruby Control. Sabertooth is like a great utility threat split card that like we haven't been able to leverage properly because this is Watch this. So this Soothsaying is gonna make this one free. And then we can empower it, and it's gonna be free because if you double the number 0, it's still 0. That's tasty. Draw a card, and then draw 4 cards and discard some other cards here. Oh, discard that one, discard this extra. Do you want a berry? You want this? This is why I just so desperately want this deck to do either of these draw cards. That one draws a card. Of course it does. Of course it does. All right, let's go ahead and champ power. Put these 2 Soothsayings back into my deck. Withering Gaze this opponent. They can stare deeply into our gaze. They have a halt. Let's get rid of that. Ain't no halt for you. Alright, let's go ahead and Heart's Whisper here for non-resource. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Let's go ahead and Thunderfield Seer, and then we'll probably try and combo off next turn. God, Burgle, you're so mean. Some of us just want to have fun, Burgle. Some of us just want to have fun. Some of us just want to have fun. Burgle is such a bully, Declan. He's such a bully. He's such a bully. He's a bigger bully than you are, Declan. He's a bigger bully than you are. Look at these arcane focuses. Oh, baby. Didn't even cost me any resources. There's a Violet's Caress to make the next one free. Oh, a free Heart's Whisper. Don't mind if it does. Oh, look. This Bounty of the Magus. This bounty's even purple, so it lets him know that it's free. All right, let's Violet's Caress you. Bounty, draw some cards. There's a storm a-brewing, ladies and gentlemen. There's a storm coming. Oh, look. A Soothsaying to empower. The storm, she's not letting up, Captain. The storm, she's not letting up. Oh, a bounty of the Magus. Don't mind if it does. I can't even hold all these cards. I can't even hold all these cards. I can't even hold all these cards. There's another bounty in here, right? There was not. All right. I guess I'll empower this one too. Ooh, a bounty of the Magus. I gotta discard 2 cards? That's pretty unlucky. Bounty of the Magus. Drawing empowered cards, huh? Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Violet's Caress your face. Bounty of the Magus. Draw 7 cards. Oh no. Oh no, we actually can't Bounty of the Magus anymore because we'll draw 8 cards and die. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, where are Violet's Caresses? Where are the Violet's Caresses? We were doing so well, chat fam. Where are the Violet? There's a Violet's Caress. Ow! Ow, he just hit me in the face. Ow. Don't punch me, you little brat. Are we not going to be able to finish this? No, wait, this is a regular one, right? Yep, draw 2, discard. All 3 of the remaining cards in our deck are Violet's Caresses now. All right, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. It's fine. It's fine. Don't make me misclick on a bounty, child. Oh, now where's a Arcane Focus? That'll do. That'll do, pig. There's the... Woo! Woo! We worked it out. We worked it out. Can confirm no mobile client. My toddler might be a jerk. I don't know if these lullabies are actually good or not. The Hex API does spit out an action log. You have to translate it though. Yeah, this hand seems fine. Doesn't have a Syzygy in it, but it's okay other than that. It's got Caress to like kill their first play. We can get Sapphire with this. And we can get Wild with this and Theorize, and then Champ Power on turn 2. I need a giant storm counter in the middle of the screen. Hey! Jacob, there are plenty of trains. You can share. Actually, I don't really want this Violet's Crush, right? So I can bin it and then shuffle it. Seems great. Hi. You see this train you're not playing with that you just took so your brother would be mad? Could we give that back to him? What do you think? Can we give your brother back the train that you stole? No, we can't. It's a little rude. It's you chew, yeah. We're gonna lullaby this non-lethal attack because it reverts this, which means it's no longer gonna be a 6/4. So they must have a Cosmic Calling in their hand. So that takes 2 power off of this, which is nice. Yep. Man, I top 8'd a CCS with this card. This card was great. You had to fly over them wild decks in your Ardent deck. Along with Tilt Angel. Man, who remembers a good quality Tilt Angel? Tilt Angel, Tilt Angel. Do 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 do. Grab a blood here. And put a Withering Gaze up in here. Clash into the unknown, suffocate with mobilize. Alright, so we're gonna take their Heart's Whisper. And then I'm gonna Violet's Caress this guy. And then they have a suffocate that we know about. Oh no! I've sequenced my cards in the wrong order. Just like in the completely wrong order. So, if you're gonna play your Thunderfield Seer, you should always play your Ice first, especially if you're putting a non-resource on top. And then I should have activated my champion power before doing this as well. You want to eat?
Yeah.
You're hungry? Do you want a berry? You want a berry? You already ate, little fat boy. I'm gonna go ahead and bound. Ow! Don't bite me, you little cannibal! You think that's funny? So we know they have a suffocate here. They might burn it on this. No, Jake's a good kid. Declan's the cannibal. For those who are unaware, this is the cannibal. This is what a cannibal looks like. This is what a little, tiny, 2-foot tall cannibal looks like. 2-foot tall cannibal. Play this now so it doesn't get interrupted. I technically could have gotten Runebound. This does 2, that's good. It's a 2 this Dorko. I know you think this is funny, but really it's painful, child. Okay, Runebind's okay. You want this last berry? There you go. Last strawberry. What do I do here? Ugh. I think I'm just passing the turn, honestly. I think I'm just passing the turn. I think I'm just lullabying here. Maybe I'm supposed to Soothsaying, actually. Thanks, Moosey. Welcome. Try and lullaby this. So no damage this turn. You have to champ power this back in next turn. Guidance, sure. Something to kill with this. That's a lot of candles. All right. Put a non-resource on top of our deck. Let's go ahead and champ power and put Bounty and Lullaby back in. Theorize, draw one, then draw two, discard one. I'm gonna play this. This is only 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Non-resources here. Perfect. So we'll take a non-lethal attack this turn, and then next turn we can Withering Gaze to spot check to make sure our Lullaby is gonna resolve. Get our Soothsaying going, get some card selection going on. Oh no! Oh no! I knew they had the End of the Unknown too. Oh man! I knew they had that too. Can we just not combo now? Remember that time I didn't bring in the Psychic Ascension? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Well, Clash of Steel gives us a way to sweep their board at some point. Sweet. We can Runebind that one to get our Syzygies back at some point. Pass the turn here. We need them to not draw a counter spell. I could have, like, played around them drawing a... God, they get 2 chances to generate a counter spell here. Oh, God. I do need a second blood to play this Clash. Yes, you're right. It reverted it into a rune. That's a halt, and then it was gone. And then it was gone. Jacob, stop streaking. He responds to my demand with another shriek. Alright, so do this. I probably want a Lullaby or a Runebind here. The Lullaby or the Runebind. I'm gonna go ahead and focus and see what we get. I'm not dead yet! I'm not dead yet! I think I want to wait to do this till my opponent's turn. It lets them ready with extra resources up, but... Jacob's currently being wronged, in case you couldn't tell. So this thing comes back into play, but it can't attack this turn, so it's affected by troop trauma. You have ascended, yep. Where did the spider eggs come from? What does this do? It's a 2/5, okay. We're dead. We're dead in the air. Are we just dead? We're not just dead, I have this Runebind. Alright. Oh, this has flying. So technically not dead by any stretch of the imagination. Rune, but Webbind Recluse. Rune Web Recluse. Playing a Thunderfield Seer here. Pass the turn Skipoo. Oh, the Suffocate. The Suffocate, right. The Suffocate interrupted my card and put 2 eggs in my deck. This troop could not attack or block. Yep. Alright, so you're saying I get another draw step is what you're saying. I get another draw step is what you're saying. It could be a Lullaby, even Violet's Caress buys us a full turn here. So you're saying there's a chance, opponent. My next action draws a card. The world is our oyster. Draw step! Ooh. Ooh. Am I supposed to empower this? Probably not. I think I'm just supposed to cast this normal, so I can play other draw spells, potentially. This one draws a card too, sign me up. Alright, what are we putting back here? Violet's Caress is a good draw at this point. The Soothsaying's a good draw. We put this Thunderfield Seer into play. If we draw another spell next turn, we might have a chance. We've played 4, 5, 6, we played 11. This is 14, 15, 16. There are only 4 resources and 28 cards in our deck right now. Only 4 resources and 28 cards in our deck right now. Just die so I can challenge you. Hey, I mean, to be fair, Andrew designed the deck that got Lasgar's Vengeance banned, right? Andrew designed Torque. Coach Flipper on! With the Twitch Prime. Thanks for the support, bud. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. You've been around a while. I appreciate the support. Crackling Blast! That's a 3/3. Alright, come on. Come on, I need an action that draws a card here. All of our actions draw cards because Thunderfield Seer. I do not know what my Exalted card is going to be. Come on, no resource. Keep the dream alive. Keep the dream alive. Just give me a card that draws a bunch of cards. Let me die happy. Heartbreak. Oh, baby. Woo. Very focused. Bounty. Man, could you imagine if we had a Syzygy out during all this? Both of these draw cards? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That's a lullaby. All right, so I think I want to just Violet's Caress something else here. Probably them, right? So this is dealing 6 points of damage. And they have 1, 2, 3. This is gaining 6 points of life, so I'm going to 14. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 points in play. See, I'm going to go ahead and caress the... what if I just start trying to kill them? Now I'm going to caress the Valiant Escort here. And then hopefully between this Withering Gaze and this Runebind, this Lullaby can resolve. It draws a couple of cards. We have 4 shards left and 22 cards. Ranting Bob, I'm hoping for a Diamond Sapphire 3/3 deploy, summon a 1/1 Silver Talent Adjudicator. Oh, I forgot about my Recluse. Yeah, good call. Good call. Yeah, we should Runebind this before we draw. Oh, right, they have Valors they could generate, so I'm glad I killed their 2/2. Five, 6, 7, 8, 12. Oh no, where did all these Valors come from? Am I dead? Am I dead? Where did all these Valors come from? Oh, this made all the Valors. Oh, the 3/3. I forgot about the 3/3. They're 1 short, right? Ah, 1 and 0 are different numbers. 1 and 0 are different numbers. Oh, I had the in-game audio off from the other game that we were playing earlier today, so I could turn that back on. What a perfect just drew the resource right away. All right, what you got over here? Nothing that does anything. Oh god, I have to add one of these cards to my deck. That's sad. Guess I'll add Locket of Reflection. Am I just passing here? I feel like I'm just passing. I think I'm supposed to pass. I want to just Lullaby with the maximum amount of protection up. Because they have a draw step plus their activation here. I mean, realistically, we're probably killing them on our untap, right? There are Violet's Caresses in my bin. Or not, all 4 in our deck. My water is boiling, right? This is why I want Fog in this deck. It's so good. Are we the baddies? Lasgar's getting banned is a good thing. Congrats on Exalted and cool vanity art. I wish I could take credit for the art. The art is sweet. I am very, very honored that Hex chose me for that. All right, what do you got over here? Let's take a peekaboo here. Hopefully they got a whole lot of squat. Whole lot of squat. I don't know what you want on. GG's, Juju. They're gonna draw a couple more cards and kill them with Caress there. Alright, Klutzy Poo. Andrew, are you still here? I need you to crush me. I need you to crush me. What's the next card I'm going to ban? I'm pretty happy with all the other cards in Hex's format right now. I'm annoying. He is. That is exactly what he is. I was awarded one of Hex's 3 Exalted slots for this year, which includes vanity artwork that will eventually go on a Hex card. Wait, oh no. Why are there comments on my YouTube video? I thought I disabled those. Why? There are not supposed to be comments on my YouTube video. Edit video. Oh, you know what? This one imported from... This one I imported from Twitch, which probably let there be comments on it. Sweet. Yep, that was it. All right. They give me too much hair in my heart. Oh, God. Puff the rainbow, huh? I got Syzygy. I've got Violet's Caress. Let's put a resource on top of my deck here. I mean, discuss the content, right? There's a Cryptdust in his deck. I wonder if he picked the wrong champion by mistake. And Puff Cryptdust into Thunderfield Seer. Where are we at on the scale, Burgle? Is Burgle still here? I feel like if Burgle's not here, he needs to be. Burgle, are you still here? Wait, this wasn't the Chaos Draft? Speaking of Hexent, if you're out there, cube draft in Hex. Can we get a cube draft? I would love a cube draft. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I feel like we have enough sets that we could have a cube draft at this point. Trial of Toad. What necrotic is in his hand? He played Cryptdust and made a threshold out of it. I mean, I don't think it's unreasonable to Corey often says that he reads every post on the forums. I think expecting him to respond to every post on the forums is unrealistic. A cube is basically a custom limited format designed that takes cards from a variety of different sets. Deathless Infiltrator seems like a good guess. Am I gonna be the Primal Prism here? I'm gonna be the Lullaby, actually. Famous last words, right? Yeah, you wanna... Everything gets seen. Dino with the truth right there. Dino is the community manager for Hex, in case anyone is unfamiliar with his position. Hey, Leof. Good guesses on the Deathless Infiltrator being the Necrotic. Thank you, 60 Apes. And start by playing this and taking the other ones down to 1, drawing a card. Focus. Continue to focus. We're gonna continue to, okay, continue to focus. I guess I'll take the Lullaby that draws a card at this point. Go ahead and do this and put a non-resource on top. Next turn we'll probably go this into Champ Power some focuses back into my deck that are nice and cheap. Probably removed by stop. Yeah, maybe things that could probably happen. Look at that crafty klutz. Using his champion power when I don't have my Lullaby up. Evaporate the Seer. This strong beatdown. Oh, this is like his Fate Weave tempo deck that he was playing last season, right? We need 2 interrupts to kill us next turn. So I'm gonna do this, and I almost played that, but that would be a mistake. You want to wait if we want to champ power these 2 back in, so that way if the focus goes to the very top of our deck, we get the prophecies on the same thing. Maybe I should have Wild Ice there first. It's possible too. This Lullaby draws a card, so we're gonna get two looks at something that generates more velocity here. How dirtily do we hope? I am hopeful that it will draw some amount of cards based on the Silver Talon Adjudicator in the picture. Ooh. And because like this is a slow shard, I probably should have played this last turn. Oh no. Oh no, they can shoot us down with that. That's terrifying. Alright, well, let's start with this. Put some non-resources on top of my deck. We could potentially combo them this turn, right? Fogs are also free right now. I'm gonna put a non-resource on top of my deck. Am I dead? I feel like I'm dead. Maybe I shouldn't have bountied. Should I Runebind now? I should probably Runebind stuff now, right? Oh no! Oh no, please miss! Please miss! I need you to miss! Oh, we're so lucky! We're so lucky! Still lucky! Lucky, lucky, lucky! No! Wait, I'm not dead to that, right? This can block. Oh, baby. Do you want a different show? You have any idea how many coin flips we just won, chat fam? A lot of them, that's how many. What do you want to watch? Show me, pick. Do I want a Soothsaying first? If I Soothsaying, future Soothsayings will be empowered for free. Yeah, I'm gonna do this first. I wonder if he has a Runebind. Lullaby's pretty good. You are very upset, huh, child? You can't always have what you want as soon as you want it. I'm sorry. Life's tough, I know. I'm gonna put these draw cards back in, hopefully hit one of them here. Oh no, we're actually getting unlucky. Oh no! Oh no! I guess I should have played this out before I did that last set through. Are we dead? I feel like we're not quite dead yet. That one's fine. That one resolves. I have 2 lullabies. This is the one we gotta re-Runebind here. Oh, he just got to Fate Weave. He just got to Fate Weave. We're dead, huh? He gets to Fate Weave with this and then draw. No, he already drew for the turn, right? So he needs to have another draw card. Wow. No, Lullaby's just combat damage. Wow, I'm surprised he had a Runebind there. So we're dead. This lets them sacrifice creature. So, if I would have played the Thunderfield Seer out first there, we might have been able to win that. I'm just gonna click submit. I don't feel like reserving. That's fine, we lost game 1 last time too. We were so close! And we actually got kind of unlucky on, but Kletz got unlucky to like not unfate weave his things the turn before, so like it's kind of a wash. No, putting the Caress back didn't make us any less dead to the Bloodletter. He'd have been able to sacrifice plenty of troops. Putting the Caress back and redrawing it would have only put us +2 life, and he would have been able to kill us from 4 with the Bloodletter. So that wasn't a mistake. The only arguable mistake we might have made there was not playing the Thunderfield Seer out before we played our last set of cantrips through. Plus, it would have been +2, because I could have been +1 there just by playing that same one. And, like, he had more than 4 troops in place. We would have only been at 4, so that's actually relevant. So you want to look at things that, like, could have actually changed the outcome of the game through different sequencing, and, like, different sequencing on the Caress doesn't change the outcome of that game. Different sequencing on the Thunderfield Seer means that we get to draw 1 more card, which could put us into a bounty, which could then let us pick up our deck and kill them. Just a well, easy redraw. It's like not exciting, but it's fine. a non-resource on top for now. So someone mentioned that, like, they said the deck Klutz is playing can't possibly be competitive, and the deck Klutz is playing, we tested it a non-zero amount last season, and it felt okay, but it was just like one of those kind of mid-range troop decks that just, like, never beat the card Lasgar's Vengeance, so, like, we stopped playing it. It's got some tricks and tools in it, like Runebinds and Transmogrifades that are powerful, but it also gets to play evasive threats like the what's it called? The Fate Weave Dorko. I'm gonna play this out. I'm gonna wait and just pass with the bounty this turn. I could this plus Theorize and then hit my champ power. Yeah, I'm gonna do that actually. I'm gonna bin the Caress for now and then put that Caress back into my deck. So something to remember is that because Hex is an all-digital TCG, it doesn't have to do things like shuffle a bunch to make sure people aren't cheating. So, like, when we Winter Moon there, it doesn't screw with things like having, it doesn't screw with things like your Fate Weave. I wonder if they have a verdict here. He passed with two resources up on turn 2. Runebind, sure. I'm gonna go ahead and play this and put a resource on top of my deck now so we get to recast this next turn guaranteed. I also wouldn't mind hitting a Blood Threshold, so. This is Prophesize to draw an extra card. Why would I want to only have 9 shards in my deck? Recast. Huh. I take the Soothsaying because I really don't want another Sapphire Shard. Perfect. That's blood for later. Just gonna play this out now, actually, for blood. Since I don't have anything to do with the resources. I can't champ power now because of this, but it gives me an extra resource for later. On the off chance you're not hiding under a bridge hack, you trade off that, like, having gas later by not having resources early, so you lose a lot of consistency. And you also need charges to activate Winter Brood, that's true too. What does this do? Alpha player to your control, it gets speed. This thing gives itself speed, right? Nice post-combat speed troop. Oh, it's tough being 2, huh? Mom came home and she went upstairs to do more work. Mom's upstairs, yeah. I'm gonna empower the Soothsaying and cast it, I think. It's gonna put me up to 9 cards, the discard down to 7. Bin the Caress again for now. I guess I'm gonna play this. I want to hold these other 2 things till we find ourselves a Syzygy. Ask and you shall receive, I guess. I think I'm still binning one of these here. Go ahead and play Syzygy and then play Theorize here. They try to fight over this. I'll Runebind to fight back. Scouring Light, rude. Man, bricked on the resource again.
Why are you such a complainer today? You're not getting what you want, so you complain.
So the problem hack with playing non-resources, even if the shuffler means only 1 in 8, you're not getting a no resource hand, that means you're forced, that's assuming you're keeping every 7 that has a resource, and not every 7 that has a resource is going to have a reasonable curve in it. Man, I wish I could lullaby this turn. There's no reason to block here, I don't think. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and put a non-resource on top of my deck here. Yeah, and then I'm gonna play this Thunderfield Seer, and then I can Lullaby plus double Runebind, or second Lullaby plus additional Runebind. I can also just like double block this turn. I'm probably actually just, I'm probably Lullabying this turn because I have the resources available to do so. Why do you have to be a little brat? You are in rare form, child. Is he just playing Bluebell? Are there just like Bluebell Dryads in his deck? Is that a thing? He has like actual factual Bluebell Dryad in his deck? God, his draft deck is way better than ours. Runebind draws a card, sign me up. Oh, this is bad. He's gonna draw a card from this transforming from the Runebind, and then that could be a resource to recast this. No, it was not. We're lucky. Always choose lucky. They get to recast this thing, that's fine. I just get to block this turn. Bounty of the Magus is an okay pickup. There you go. Alright, let's draw us 3 cards. Maybe. Runebind to protect it. Halt! That's rude. I was expecting a Runebind there. Halt is a little brutal. Another Syzygy, sweet. Sweet. Double Syzygys. Do I want to play double Syzygys? Klutz has shown us that he is rude and enjoys playing Scouring Light in his deck. I feel like I want that Runebind back in my deck, and I probably want this Violet's... No, I probably don't want Violet's Caress back again, actually. Or Theorize back in. And I'm gonna play the other Syzygy out. Pass the turn here. I'm gonna Lullaby here, and then if he has Runebind, I can let the Runebind resolve and then Bounty the Magus in response. Oh no! I gave him this back. He's gonna get another trigger off of this. What value? What value? There go my Syzygies. So he let my Lullaby stick to 0. He could have Scouring Lighted pre-combat. He also didn't have to let these cost 0. Alright, so... I guess there's one Syzygy left in my deck, right? So I guess I'll focus looking for it. One Syzygy and 28 cards. I'll discard a couple of spare resources here. I'll take this Runebind for now, I think. Next turn, I can shuffle 2 Syzygies back into my deck before playing some draw cards. Also, this is about to draw 6 cards. And they have a Runebind here. I can let the Runebind resolve and then do this afterwards. How many Lullabies are in my deck? 2 still. Sweet. Bounty. Hey, look, a Time Walk. I mean, a Lullaby. Do this. Hit my Champ Power. Go get 2 copies of Syzygy back into my deck. Thanks, Floristar. So we have 3 copies of Syzygy and 21 cards. Violet's Caress. Where my Syzygy's at? Man, they are all hiding, huh? Good lord. Alright, there we go. So, Syzygy. Syzygy. Man, that's rude. I have a Runebind in here somewhere, right? Yep, that one. This actually means we can't combo kill him this turn, though. I guess I should play... So we'll shoot this. I actually mowed out most of his board, though, right? So shoot that one. Shoot this one. Shoot this one. Correct, yeah, scheme is not legal, unfortunately. And these bounties are actually drawing more cards that I have in my deck at this point, so we should actually just ditch these bounties, is what should happen. I can't actually cast those. Heart's Whispers are great. This extra Syzygy is probably good too. Do I want these Runebinds? Maybe. Probably don't need both Lullabies. This is actually probably pretty good. Get rid of the Soothsaying. The Arcane Focus is decent. Do I need all of these? All these Heart Whispers become free very quickly, right? The protection of what, though, is like the question. I probably didn't need to keep these lullabies, actually, because it only had, like, 7 power worth of stuff in play. I believe my deck is for Violet's Caresses at this point. Oh, is there a Violet's Caress in my bin? There is. Alright, that's good to know. Play this, draw a card. Alright, so let's play this one. Draw a card. Hit you for some damage. Hit you for some damage. Hit you for some damage. I was hoping for a surprise lunacy. Rude. Alright, I'd just like to flex a little bit here. Beat the double Scouring Light in our constant base combo deck. Head into game 3. After we finish this one, win or lose, we're gonna switch up to something else for the next part. What would I take out for Opt and Esper Gorios? I would not play Opt in the Goryo deck. Sounds okay. We're gonna feel really bad when we Fate Weave our Shard of Cunning to our Well of Cunning to the top of our deck, but outside of Fate Weaving Well of Cunning to the top of our deck, this hand's a fine keep. People keep acting like Opt is strictly better than Serum Visions, and Opt is not strictly better than Serum Visions, especially in a deck with Jace Friend's Prodigy. And like, the Esper deck is a tap-out control deck. It's not a flash control deck. So like, a deck that wants Opt in Modern is like Jeskai control, right? Like, Jeskai control wants to like leave resources up as often as possible. It wants to like Snapcast or Opt back at their end step after they don't play into your Cryptic command. It wants to do stuff like that. I don't think it's particularly interested. I don't think Esper Gorios is particularly interested in something like that. Play Syzygy here. Play Arcane Focus. Hopefully find a Shard. Tilt. Taking the extra Lullaby here. Yeah, I have 3 things that draw cards in my hand, so yeah. Take the Lullaby things, just try and stay alive. It's a very rude Scouring Light. Honestly, I don't remember Imbuement. It's been a while since I've played that archetype. Honestly, the Esper deck is too fair. If you're just playing at something like F&M, the Esper deck is probably fine. But like, if you're looking to be competitively successful in Modern, something like the Esper deck is not a fantastic choice. It's too fair, and it's trying to be too interactive. And Modern does not reward you for being interactive like that deck wants to be. I could die next turn, but they have to Fate Weave 3 times. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have to Fate Weave 3. Fate Weaving 3 times is pretty unlikely. I'm gonna put a non-resource top of my deck for now. And put this and this back in. The 4 copies of Lasgar's Vengeance that I have and Christy have, I bought them for less than 50 plat each, because people didn't think that card was very good when it was spoiled. Klutz is commenting in chat that he had me dead if he drew an ice. I was like, yep, I just said I'm dead to 3 Fate Weaves. Is there a reason why you don't always put your Caress in the bin at the first chance? I have been, right? I have been binning them pretty quickly most of the time. Are you asking me why I do that or why I haven't been doing that? I thought I've been doing that. We're probably dead here. Oh, I'm not putting it back in the deck because I'm not ready to start comboing with it yet. Did do another interrupt. Yeah, good game's Andrew. And like I said, I think the deck that Andrew's playing is actually could be pretty reasonable. All right, stop.